So this video is going to look at the working boast, the two-wall working boast in particular. It's a shot that's massively useful, massively valuable in your game if you can fine-tune it. It is a slight risky shot because if you get it wrong, you're going to leave the ball a little bit high up in the court, you're going to leave it in the front of the court, and if your opponent gets on it, you're going to leave yourself stranded. So I'd recommend that have a look at these videos. You might need quite a bit of practice on it to fine-tune it, but it's a very good variation to add into your game. Technically, one of the key areas to get the shot right is the ability to get the racket head inside the ball. Same on the forehand and same on the backhand. I like to think of the shot as a redirection. Nothing more than a redirection. You don't want to overcomplicate it too much. And if you can just redirect that ball into the sidewall at a relatively wide angle, the idea is the ball will hit the front wall and the second bounce will have a lot of weight and drag right into the sidewall, essentially making the court really big that way, getting your opponent to work laterally, really pushing them out. And when I see it done well, it's done off the back of some good length hitting. You see the players have the sustained length hitting and they hit length and hit length and hit length. The opponent just is probably now expecting another length, they're rocking back a little bit, and then bang, that two-wall boast comes out. In particular, I remember playing with a Spanish player, Borja Golan. He was so good at this. You couldn't see it coming. His technique was set up exactly the same, but he was so good at making a little late break in his racket and just redirecting that ball and just turning it into the sidewall at the last moment that even if you semi-read it or semi-got it, you were at the full stretch and he was following up behind and then exposing you. It's a shot that's really worth practicing to get into your game. And it's also going to be done on the volley. I like to see it on the volley. And what you see the best players around do on the volley is when they set up, they're really solid, like nice and side on, rack it up, showing the threat of the short or the long down the wall. And the timing at the last minute is just bang, bang into that sidewall. And again, if you watch the videos, the ball will have a lot of weight and a lot of fade and be really dropping into that corner, stretching the court wide. So enjoy practicing it. It is a risky shot, but it's a great variation to have in your game, especially if your game is based around a lot of length and you feel comfortable with your length. If you have the ability to add in this little two-wall working boast, quite a soft-ish pace, it doesn't have to be ripped around massively sometimes, it can really get your opponent scrambling, and then all of a sudden your length becomes better because you've got a different shot in the front to use variation with.